This baby right here, son, you just barely touch it. Oh, there it goes. Ah, you better watch it. There it goes. And then this one right here, son, you hold this button down right here. And oh, strobe. Oh, there she goes. Hold it down. Oh, dance party. You got a dance party going. That's what you got. Dance party. All right, that's what you got, okay? Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Newest Gun Guy. Used to be The Newest Gun channel on YouTube. Thanks for stopping back in for another Tactical Terry Tip Tuesday. I know the name is entirely way too long, but here we are. So we bring in our firearm expert to hit all different kinds of areas, and so far we've been focusing a little bit on the newer concealed carry person out there, or someone that's just starting to pick up their concealed carry, starting to carry a little bit more anyways, with everything that's going on in our country. So we got lights today. That's what we're going to talk about today. For the ones that don't know, most situations where you'll need a firearm happen in a no light or a low light situation, you know, at night, back alleys, you know, situations like that. So lights are extremely important. There's a few different ones that we'll talk about, and orientations that you can bring them and carry them and things like that. So let's go ahead and bring in our tactical expert, Tactical Terry.
Terry,
it must be a Tuesday, isn't it? It must be a Tuesday.
Got your mark there.
What we got
Stand
today,
on that.
kids? I'm going to tell you a little something. Let's do a little learning. I'll teach you something. You sit down there, I'll be teaching. All right, what we got? What we got?
All right, Terry, so we're talking about lights today. That's what we're going over today. We all got a few different lights here that we can talk about.
That's a big topic. People like this topic.
So for lighting, though, what's kind of your go-to? What's the thing that you do for lights?
Well, let me tell you a little something. I don't really use them myself. Okay, I don't really use any myself. But let me tell you what I do use. Okay, let me tell you what I do use. I do want to get these out of my pocket. You done told me to bring these out the truck on the way in, and you didn't even take them. Let me just. All right. These kids these days don't know what they're doing. Okay, I personally don't use no light. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I don't like using no light. Couldn't stutter anymore with that. Okay, but here we go. We're still rolling. Okay. Let me tell you why I don't. Because y'all know it, y'all love it. I have a nice 1911. Now, I done told y'all before, the gun guys treat me well because I carry a 1911. They come through here, son, and they say, I done told y'all the other day. And I said, son, you go to pick this thing up, you can hold it up all day. Because the gun guys come down, they say, we got you, we'll hold it for you. Son, you take this thing, and you're outside, for example. If you're outside, you get the moonlight reflects off this baby so good, you don't need no light, son. You can see anything and everything you need to see, okay? You don't need anything special. You don't need anything fancy, okay? Let me tell you a little something. All right, you take this baby, all right? You take it, and son, you're outside or something, and buddy, there she blows, son. You just say, ooh, that's pretty right there, okay? And you just glows up the whole night and stuff. Now, if you're in the house, you put one of them little plug-in light deals there. And you watch though, we run up the electric bill and stuff. It costs you a couple extra dollars a month now. But you take one of them, son, it'll reflect right off that baby. You can see anything in the room you need to see. Now, I'm telling you, it's true story. I'm trying to tell you.
All right, guys. So there's a few different ways that you can get a light. You can either have a handheld light or a weapon light. You know, a lot of people go to the weapon light just because it's on the firearm. You don't have to. You can keep two hands on the firearm and then still be able to work your light. You know, my go-to, you know, this is actually my concealed carry pistol right here, is a Glock 19. I carry the Olight Valkyrie Mini 2. That's what I like. A lot of people don't like it just because the paddles are different than any other one. You know, this is actually my first light that I got for a firearm. So to me, it wasn't that different. And with the grip that I have, anyways, when you drop, I can just drop my thumb down and be able to work that light with no problem, and I can still work it with my trigger finger also. So there's some people that rather push in than push down. Personal preference is all up to you. But there's a ton of different lights out there. You know, TRL6 and some of those that work for guns that don't have mounts on them. You know, make sure you look at your gun, your firearm that you're getting or you already have, and make sure that it is light compatible, because some of them out there aren't light compatible, and if they aren't, you may have to add an extra accessory rail, or there's some like the TLR6 that I just mentioned that will screw down to the frame and kind of clamp on and will work that way. So Terry, what is what do you think about weapon lights? You know, lights actually on the physical weapon.
A weapon light, okay, a weapon light. I see you got your couple there. I ain't about that. I ain't about that, okay? In the words of my grandkids and stuff, I ain't about that life, okay? It adds extra weight to your gun. You gotta carry around even more. And son, this comes from somebody who carries 1911, but also the gun gods hold it up for me. I ain't gotta worry about that. But as extra weight and stuff, you get no benefit out of it. No benefit. You don't need to put it on there, son. And what I tell y'all the other day, it's extra money. If it didn't come on the gun, they don't want it on the gun, okay? They put that rails on there, them little cut-ins and stuff like that. They put all that on there for decoration, so they want to make it look good. All right, that's why you get your 1911. It always look good no matter what you do. But you don't need no lights on there, okay? It's all extra stuff you don't need, okay? You don't need.
You know, a couple more. Jeez, Terry, you don't make any sense. A couple more points with lights actually on the weapon. There's a couple good things. You know, if you are concealed carrying, which I know a lot of people are, that's kind of what this is geared to a little bit. Sometimes if you put a light on it, it will actually help the gun balance. I'm wearing a black shirt, so you can't really tell. Let me put it this way. So it would actually help balance it out a little bit when you're carrying. You know, it may not tilt one way or the other. It can actually help that a little bit. And then also, this is what some people say. I don't know how much I really believe it, but some people believe that with a light on the front side, I really picked a bad day to wear a black shirt. A light on the front side, then it can help with muzzle flip. I don't know how much I believe that. Maybe if you have a larger light on there and stuff, but I don't really carry a huge light on there. Obviously, I have a mini, Valkyrie Mini too, so that's what I roll. But there's also hand lights as well, handheld lights, physical lights, and those have, the big perk of those is you don't have to pull a firearm out to shine a light. Some of these that I have laying out here that we'll talk about in just a second are some that I use for everyday stuff. You know, if I go out at night and stuff, one of my dogs is black and with just a little bit of white on him. So at night, literally, if I don't see his neck or his belly, I don't see him at all. Like, I mean, he's laying over there on the bed, and I genuinely only see his eyes reflecting back at me. That's it. All right. So, handheld lights can be extremely a big benefit, I'll say that. So, Terry, what about handheld lights? Where do you stand on those?
I do keep me a big flashlight in the truck now, because you never know when you're going, that tire going to go down. I even putting air in that tire for 6 years. It's fine. It's fine, though. But I'm telling you, though, you don't... I keep it big, and so that's a little tiny thing compared to what I carry, one of them big nightstick-looking things. And then you can use it as a wamping stick, too. I'm telling you, you can use that thing, baby, as a wamping stick, because you never know when you need to go a wamping, okay? That's what you need to do. I'm telling y'all, I try to tell y'all, and y'all need to listen to me this time. I'm right on this one. Oh, done lost my shoe. Hold on. There we go. What now?
Lights can be kind of tricky and stuff. There's so many ins and outs to lights and trying to function lights overall and stuff. And so another thing with the handheld lights that a lot of people, and I'm kind of in this camp also, is they don't like the actual click like Terry does. Terry absolutely loves it. I'm not a fan of it. I like to have the light go back off. When we talk about this light right here, this is another O light that I have with the base plate. It's the same system as the other O light with the temporary on, and then it comes right back off. So that's the way that smaller light there. That's how it works. You barely hold it down. You can have it as soon as you take that thumb off, it's going to shut right off. So that's a big perk and stuff. I'm an O-light fan. We'll have some reviews up on the channel later, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any of these. This is one of those little EOS lights I keep on my keychain. Now this is mainly for when I forget to turn the porch light on and I come home and can't get the key into the door. That's the big point of this. But also an emergency situation, typically if I know I'm going out at night, if I know I'm going out, it's going to be late, it's going to be dark when I get home, I'll have that smaller light over there. And I also have the Glock 19 that has the light on it. But let's say I'm out, I have the Glock 43, for example, or maybe a Ruger LCP, something along those lines, something that doesn't have a light on it. Then this can come an emergency flashlight to at least clear the house if I'm, it has a low setting and a high setting. Maybe it's just dying right now, so it only has one setting. But so it can be used in an emergency situation. And plus, with handheld lights and stuff, you can use them, like I mentioned earlier, in just everyday situations and stuff. You need to look at. But I personally don't carry a light, handheld light, unless I'm going out at night. If I know I'm going to be out later, if I know I'm going to be in a dark situation, then I'll have a handheld light. But for the most part, I'm not really in that camp. But that's just me personally. So, I mean, and you can carry both. There's a ton of people out there, They have to have a flashlight, and then they also have a light on their firearm. But I mean, it's completely up to you. It's what you're what you're up to. I plan on doing like a everyday carry video here, probably pretty soon. And one thing that I'll hit on in that is carrying to your situation and not just every day. Some people want to carry the exact same thing every single day, and they want to have 4 flashlights, 6 mags, an AR taped to their back, and a Glock 34, and all this stuff. They want to have all these crazy stuff, and I'm not really to the point. I like carrying to the situation that I plan on being in, or you're doing it kind of like a high risk, low risk type of situation, things like that. But one thing that you want to make sure of is you want to make sure that you practice with them. Practice, just working the lever. If you're working, like maybe you're used to having one that you push in to your firearm, and now you've moved over to one of the O-lights that you go down. Practice actually turning the light on and things like that. That's one thing you really want to do. And then also you want to make sure you practice clearing your house and stuff. If you are doing this as a home defense type of situation, make sure that you're doing it in a way you practice clearing the house, but you want to make sure you do it safely.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will agree you need to practice. You need to practice with it because you never know when you're going to trip on something. But at the same time, you never know when your significant other will put a cord across the floor and stuff. You go tripping on it in the dark. But you get your nice 1911, have that little light plug in there. You ain't going to trip on it because you can see everything because it's going to reflect it right off of that baby. Okay? But so you do it when everybody's home, when everybody's up and moving around and stuff. That way it kind of spooks you and stuff. And you want to make sure you do it loaded. You got to do it loaded because if you do it loaded and stuff, then you're used to the weight of it. Especially if you're using some of these other guns and stuff. I'm telling you, that's what you need to do right there, okay? Do it loaded, do it while everybody's home up and walking around. You don't do it at night and don't do it while they're gone. So you want to make sure you're fully prepared as best as you possibly can.
That is,
okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Make sure that if you're practicing clearing your house or something, you're doing it when no one's home is the best situation.
That's your
and
choice.
You have no live rounds around. You either
I'm the expert here. I was just the expert.
Or you work on, or you have the gun completely empty. One or the other. Do not do it with live rounds, especially in the chamber. I wouldn't do them anywhere close to the gun. But going through and it's your home court. You have home court advantage. You can set up booby traps and do everything you want to around your house. And the corners, where picture frames and mirrors and stuff are hanging up. Speaking of mirrors and stuff, you got to be aware of mirrors and stuff. If you're going through your house and you come home and doors open or something like that, and maybe you just forgot to shut it or something, but you never know. So maybe just walking through, and if you're going to do it, be aware of mirrors because you can hit mirrors, picture frames, things like that, and boom, it reflects back. And when you're throwing out 1,000 lumens, and then it comes back and gets you with 800 or so, it's going to blind you. And it's not going to be good, and then now you're at a real tactical devantage, I guess. Devantage, I guess, would be the word. So, Terry, what do you think about that?
No, you want to shine it at the mirror. What do you mean don't... No, you got to shine it at the mirror, son. You want to shine it at the mirror. That way it reflects across the whole place. You shine it right at that mirror. You say, right there's a mirror, and I say, woo, right there it goes. You put that baby on there, it lights up the whole room. That's what... Did you see that movie, The Mummy? Or Mommy Return or something like that.
The movie The Mummy.
Or I can't think of it as a movie. I can't remember off the top of my head. But what they did though is they waited till that sun come down. They shined that mirror and they angled that baby right like that right there, and they hit that and whoo, and they bounce it off all these other mirrors, light up the whole room. And they's underground. They's underground. So let me tell you something. If you got a mirror in your house, use that to your advantage, son. Just to say, hey, right there's a mirror, and you say, oh, hold on, let me give you which one. I'll use the one satisfying click here. I'll turn it on for you. Oh, there you go. And you say. You say, oh, that's a mirror right there? Let me say it here. Woo, right there. And you light up the whole room. You light the whole room. Look, you can turn it right like that. Light up the whole room. Whole room, baby. It's lit up. Lit up, okay? Here, I'll check this right back there. Right back there. Here we go, okay? Okay, I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all listen.
Let's go ahead with your favorite segment, Final Thoughts.
Oh, my favorite segment. Favorite segment right here. Final Thoughts, okay? Final Thoughts. Let me tell you a little something. You don't need it on your gun. It's a waste of money. You done spent too much money anyways, because I'm sure none of y'all went and got a 1911, a good old cheap one, like I done told you. But you don't need You don't need to spend all that money on it, okay? You don't need to spend. Get you a Wampin one to keep in the truck, okay? Keep it water, because you need to put air in that tire, because you never know when the tire's going to go flat on you now. So you get you a big old Wampin one, and then you can go a Wampin with it if you need to, all right? And then you can do anything you want with it too. So if you need to go around and stuff and practice going through your house and stuff, but do it while everybody's home so you can spook you and you be like a cat. So you go, oh, well, okay, you're ready to go. Okay, you're ready to go. All right, that's it today. That's it today. Okay, kids. Y'all have a good time. This table's still sturdy. I'm proud of you, son. I'm proud of you. It's good stuff right here. Here's good stuff. I still think it's old no matter what you say.
That was Tactical
Terry. All right, y'all take care now.
And this has been Tactical Terry Tip Tuesday. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell.
I'm ready to eat. I got some chili
every
dogs.
single Tuesday to give you some tips, and hopefully they won't be terrible, but
some chili dogs now.
You see what we're working with here. All right, so make sure you subscribe, hit that notifications bell to all. Seriously, put it to all. If you don't put it to all, I promise you might actually miss a video. And I don't want that to happen to any of y'all. Like, I like y'all. Like, y'all, this is good. This is good stuff. All right, guys, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and then get it out there. We're working on a ton of stuff. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. A ton of videos. I'm making the list for July, and man, it's a lot of videos. A lot of videos. All right, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of those. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, if you're going to get a light, make sure you do a ton of research on the light that you think you might want. YouTube is a great asset. It's a great thing to have. And then also make sure you know what you're doing with your situation and you work on it a little bit. All right? I'll see you all next time. And always remember, keep that barrel pointed downrange. Okay, hold on a second. Good day. All right.